What it do? What it do? It's your boy Supreme, man. Look, I'm back with another banger build video. I got something crazy I've been playing around with this past week. I live streamed it a couple days ago. Y'all, if y'all came through and seen me, y'all got a glimpse of what it is. And y'all see the build is a monster, man. It's an absolute monster. It's hella fun. But let's get into it, man. This is the pistol cheese build, man. Super cheesy. Super cheesy, bro. It's a pistol status effect crit build. It's going crazy. This build has some assembly required for sure, man. But it's worth it. Everything is going to make sense when I break it down. So I'm gonna start from the top and I'm gonna break it down like I always do. Y'all just follow me, alright? Now for the specialization, we're going with the gunner specialization, man. It synergizes perfectly with the build. I'm running it mainly for these two reasons: the armor on kill and the access to the banshee post, man. Those are the two reasons I'm mainly running it, but it also gives us a lot of additional benefits that's helping the build, like the every third reload is 50% faster, the additional rate of fire after the kill, and the weapon handling, man. So the gunner is just great. You definitely want to run this. It synergizes and works with everything. Now we're running a pistol, so make sure you have that damage turned on and you're good to go. Now for the modifier, we going with Say Cheese, man. Say Cheese is a great modifier this season. It's really underrated, underused. I don't really see a lot of people talking about this one or even using this one. But I'm gonna showcase it today, man. It's really powerful. It's going to give us the ability to apply the blind status effect. Okay. Now, the blind status effect in its own is probably the strongest status effect in the game. Simply because when the enemies are blinded, they're defenseless basically. They can't fight back, and it's just free damage. It's just free damage, man. And in turn, it's increasing our survivability because, like I said, they can't fight back when they blinded. So we're not getting shot at. So that's increasing our survivability, right? But it's crazy, man. Now, when you pop the Say Cheese, it's going to blind hostiles in a cone in front of you. Okay. Now, holding a shield when triggering this modifier increases the range and the radius of the blinding effect. Alright? Eliminating blinded enemies is going to reduce the cooldown. Okay, now if we look at the stats at the table below, now we got it up to level 5, so we got a 20-second cooldown. The range is 30 meters, the radius is 100 degrees, and that's going to increase when we have the shield out to 130 degrees, and the range is going to go up to 40 meters. So that's insane, man. Like the radius and the range is crazy. You're going to be blinding multiple enemies. You're going to light up the whole room and blind everybody, man, every time you pop this. Now the cooldown reduction is 2 seconds when you eliminate a blinded enemy. Okay, now when you get to level 3, you're going to unlock the effect that's going to further reduce the cooldown by an additional 1 second when you have the shield out. So it's very important to have your shield out when you're killing the enemies to get that 3-second cooldown. So basically you get 2 seconds for eliminating blinded enemies. If you eliminate a blinded enemy with a shield, that's 3 seconds, right? So that's why the status effect attribute is so important on the build, because that's going to increase the duration of the blind. So the longer we have them blinded, that's the more enemies we can kill, and then that's the faster we're going to reduce the cooldown. We're going to get the modifier right back. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy modifier. I think y'all sleeping on it, man. But with this build, it's insane. It's insane. You definitely should try it out. The Say Cheese is really OP. All the modifiers are OP in their own way, man. The devs did a really great job this season with the modifiers and giving them more variation and giving us more ways to make builds and different ways to play, man. I think it's great. All right. Now for the passive modifiers, you can run whatever you want to run. The only one I would recommend that you always use, no matter what build it is this stepping stone, because it's going to give you the hollow point ammo, and that's going to give you an additional 20% amplified damage, right? And it's going to apply the bleed. The other two is personal preference. You can run whatever you want to run. All right. Now for the weapons, we're really not using the primary and secondary weapon too much. The star of the show is the Tempest, man. The new exotic pistol we recently got. It's a great pistol. It's the only fully automatic pistol in the game. So it synergizes with the shield because you can only use a pistol with the shield. We're using the bulwark shield, so we got a lot of damage from the pistol and a lot of survivability from the shield. It's a crazy gun, man. It's pretty fun. Now the only way you can get this pistol is by completing the floor 100 in the summit. Okay, so after you beat the hunters, you have a chance for it to drop. Now of course everybody wants it with damage to target out of cover on there. That's the lowest percentage drop. I think it's a 3% chance for it to drop with that on there, man. So it's going to take you a while to get it unless you get extremely lucky. Now I was fortunate enough to be playing with a cool group of guys, and we just kept farming it, and eventually one of the guys dropped it for me, man. So shout out to Shadow. I appreciate you, bro. He dropped it for me. Otherwise I probably would have still been in the summit, man. Because I ran that thing a bunch of times, man. Like I said, unless you get extremely lucky, man, just keep running it. If you're having trouble completing the floor 100, go and check out my minigun build, man. That's the only build I use. Legendary floor 100. It's a breeze. It's pretty easy with that minigun. Okay. Now the gun itself has a decent base damage on it. We got it up to 178k. The RPM on it is great. We got 861, and it has a 30 round mag on it. Okay. Pistols naturally come with a lot of headshot damage, so we got 120% headshot damage, and it has a 12-meter optimal range, so you want to be kind of close with the pistol to get the most damage out of it. All right. Now I got it up to expertise 30. You definitely want to do that once you get the roll on it you want, which is probably target out of cover. Then go ahead and invest the expertise into it to get the most damage out of it. All right. Now it has a 2.1 reload time. That's the downside to this pistol. Since it has such a high RPM, the 30 round mag, along with the 2.1, that's the downside to it, man, because you constantly feel like you're reloading, and then the reload is kind of slow for a pistol. So I wish they would bump that mag size up to about 40. I think that would be a good spot. Now the gun is giving us the talent restrain. You deal 25% amp damage for 20 seconds after your shield gets broken. Now we're running the bulwark shield. It's the strongest shield in the game. We got it up to tier 4, so it's pretty tanky. So our shield is rarely going to get broken. Okay, so we're never really gonna be taking advantage of this talent. We're not relying on this for damage. What makes the gun so amazing is it has the great base damage and the RPM on it, so it's already pretty strong without the talent. But when your shield does happen to get broken, you're going to get that 25% amp damage, and trust me, you can feel it. You definitely feel that damage spike. But the gun is amazing, man. The gun is amazing. It synergizes with the whole build, with the whole say cheese, using the shield with the say cheese, and you can only use a pistol with the shield, so we going with the Tempest, man. It all synergizes. All right. Now for the gear, we going with the Catalyst, man. The Catalyst is one of my favorite exotics in the game. It's one of the newer exotics we just got last season in the Brooklyn expansion, so you must have the Brooklyn expansion to have access to this mask. Okay, any build dealing with status effects, this Catalyst is going to be one of your go-to options because it just gives you so many benefits, bro. Now it comes with the weapon damage core on it, hazard protection, and status effects. We got a crit damage mod in it. Now it's going to give us the talent chemical agent. Now dealing and receiving status effects, no matter what status effect it is, it's going to build stacks of catalyst to a maximum of 12. Now you get 2% weapon damage and 2% status effects for each stack. So at max stacks, you're going to have that additional 24% weapon damage and 24% status effects. Alright, that's increasing the duration of the blind even further and giving us more damage on the pistol. The second part of the talent is the reactant. Now at max stacks, when you kill a status affected enemy, it's going to grant you 25% bonus armor and 20% reload speed for 5 seconds. Alright, that's synergizing with our chest piece talent, man. We're going to always have the enemies blinded with the say cheese because the radius on it is crazy. So you're going to blind multiple enemies with it when you use it, right, at once. That's going to basically instantly max out the catalyst. So every time you get a kill, you just keep refreshing that 25% bonus armor, and that in turn is going to activate the intimidate. All right, it also is going to give us that 20% reload speed. That's going to help the Tempest out because we have that slow reload. So it's just giving us a lot of benefits, man. The catalyst synergizes perfectly with this build. I know I used it in my last build, but both of these builds are dealing with status effects, and anytime you're dealing with any build related around status effects, the catalyst is going to be a go-to for sure, man. All right, now for the chest piece, we going with the Eminence armament set. We got 3 pieces on. The 1 piece is going to give you that 5% weapon damage, 2 piece 100% increased threat, and the 3 piece is going to give us 60% pistol damage, man. It's hard not to wear this when you're running a pistol build. You're going to get 65% pistol damage just from this gear set, man. Now it comes with weapon damage on it. We got status effect on it, crit chance with a crit damage mod in it. Now we're going with the talent Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, you're going to gain 1 stack each second to a max of 9. Each stack is going to increase your weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. Okay, so at max stacks, you're going to have 36% additional weapon damage on the build, man. A lot of additional damage from the Intimidate. And like I said, we're relying on the reactant from the catalyst to activate the Intimidate. Okay, now you got options with the chest piece. Since it's a crit build, Obliterator work well. It's going to be more consistent damage. You're going to have that up more than we have the Intimidate up. So if you want just more consistent damage, you can go with the Obliterate. That's fine. You also can go with Vanguard. Vanguard is another great option too, since we're going to be popping the shield a lot and we have a lot of armor. We're going to be supplying our teammates with a lot of bonus armor, and that's a great support skill. Okay, so those are the 3 talents you can run with this build, man. Either one would work. It's kind of personal preference. If you want it how I have it set up, go with the Intimidate. It's going to all make sense when I get through everything, but the Intimidate is giving you a lot of additional damage, man. It's crazy. Okay, now for the holster, it's our second piece of the Eminence. We got an armor core on it, crit chance, crit damage. All right, now how I set this build up is I wanted to have status effect on every piece. Okay, and I wanted to have at least 50% crit chance. Once we achieve the 50% crit chance, then we just put crit damage in there where we could. Okay, that's basically what I did. This is the only piece that doesn't have status effect on it. Like I said, we wanted to hit that 50% on the crit chance, and I think we're sitting around 49, so that's perfect. And we got 105 crit damage, so that's a good ratio. Okay, so yeah, you want to kind of set everything up like how I have it. Everything is well rounded and balanced, trust me. Now for the knee pads, we're going with DNH. Now you want to have at least 1 piece of DNH on the build somewhere. Since it's a pistol build, this 1 piece it's going to give us 20% pistol damage, man. Now we got an armor core on it, crit damage with status effects. Alright, now for the gloves, it's our third piece of the eminence. We got the armor core on it, status effects with crit chance. Alright, now for the backpack, you got options with the backpack, but we're going with the Name Golden backpack, the Anarchist cookbook. Alright, now it's going to give us 10% status effects. We got armor on it, crit chance, status effects with a crit damage mod in it. Now it's going to give us the talent Perfectly Wicked. Okay, when you apply a status effect, it's going to increase your total weapon damage by 18% for 27 seconds. Alright, that's a lot of additional damage. We're going to always be applying a status effect with the Say Cheese. You're going to always have them blinded. You're going to always have the Perfectly Wicked active. Now how this is going to work is when you pop the Say Cheese, right, it's going to blind the enemies. That's going to activate the Wicked. Okay, it also is going to activate the Catalyst. We're going to blind multiple enemies at once, so it's going to basically max out the Catalyst instantly. And then after we get a kill, it's going to give us the 25% bonus armor. That's going to activate the Intimidate, and that's going to give us a damage spike. Crazy damage, man. Look, everything synergizes, man. Everything plays off of each other, and the build is crazy. I'm telling y'all, it's crazy, man. You got options with the talent on the backpack. Wicked is great. You also can go with Galvanize. That's another talent I was playing with. It synergizes perfectly with the build as well. Now the Perfect Galvanize is going to give you the bonus armor. We're going to always be applying that blind from the Say Cheese, so you're going to always have the Galvanize active, giving you and your teammates the additional bonus armor, and that's going to activate the Intimidate as well. Okay, Galvanize is great, man. It's hella underrated, hella underused. It's a great support talent, and you can also pair up the Galvanize with the Vanguard, like I was saying earlier. Since we're going to be always having the shield out, you're going to be blinding the enemies from the Say Cheese, popping the shield, giving your teammates bonus armor from the Vanguard and from the Galvanize. So that's the ultimate support build, man. The Vanguard, Galvanize, along with the CC, is crazy. That works as well. I would only recommend running that version playing in a group. Okay, now for the third talent that I would suggest is, of course, Adrenaline Rush. It's going to give you more consistent bonus armor versus just relying on the Catalyst bonus armor, but it's only going to apply to you, so you would lose that group play effect of the Galvanize, providing your teammates with the bonus armor, but you're going to have it up more consistently, right? In turn, keeping it Intimidate up more consistently. Adrenaline Rush Intimidate's been done a million times. Y'all done seen it a bunch of times, but I had to recommend it because it works. It works well, and it's definitely an option you can go with. It's a bunch of talents you can use, man. You can even go with the Bloodsucker. That'll work as well. You can even go with Vigilance. That'll work. It's a bunch of talents you can work with this build. It's really flexible and really versatile, man. But I like the Wicked and the Intimidate combo. It's going to give you a lot of damage, man, you otherwise wouldn't be able to get, right? Look, man, the build is crazy, man. It's hella fun. Everything synergizes. I would definitely set it up like how I have it. If you want more consistent, reliable damage, I probably would just swap out Intimidate for Obliterate, and you're going to be losing a little bit of damage, but you'll have the Obliterate up more consistently, right? Either way, you can play around with the combo, with the talent combos, and see what you like. But this version with the Wicked, Intimidate, Catalyst synergy is crazy. It's crazy, man. Trust me. It's hella fun, bro. Um, and yeah, y'all should definitely try it out. Now for the skills, you absolutely want to run the Bulwark Shield. We got it up to tier 4, and that's giving us 9 million health, man. So the shield is pretty tanky. It's going to provide us a lot of survivability on the build. This shield synergizes with the pistol, so run the Bulwark Shield. That's a lot of survivability, man. The second talent you can kind of play around with, but I would recommend going with the Banshee Post. That's another way to apply status effect. Have them crowd controlled, man. So not only do we have the blind from the Say Cheese, if we don't get it back in time and it's on cooldown, we can just pop the Banshee Post. And by that time, the Say Cheese will be back and you just rinse and repeat, man. But the build is insane, bro. Like I said, it's a great solo build. I like running this, doing retaliations, or doing open world stuff. It's fun. And it's a great group build. You can put on the Galvanize with the Intimidate, or you can run the Galvanize with the Vanguard, and you can be the ultimate support player, man, helping the group out, providing bonus armor and the crowd control. So the build is really flexible, man. It's a super dope build, man. I think y'all will enjoy it, man. I've been having a lot of fun with it, for sure. A lot of these pieces are gonna come, like the Eminence, the DNH, they come with weapon damage on them naturally. So you have to find these pieces with status effects on them and crit chance or crit damage on them where you need them, and then roll an armor core on them. Okay, I chose to go with 1.5 million armor. That felt comfortable to me. 1.3 feels good too, but you can play around with the armor cores and tailor it to your playstyle, man. If you want to go all red, go for it. If you want to go a mix, kind of like what I did, go for that, man. But I'm just giving y'all the foundation. But look, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all showing me love, sharing the video, liking the videos. Y'all keep doing that. I'm gonna keep blessing y'all with these bangers. I gave y'all the blueprint. Y'all go out there and build it, have some fun with it, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man.
You've got your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.